Hello everyone, my name is XUYOUYANG. My metric number is A206805. Today I will present my Lab5 room database integration. First, briefly about room. Room is an abstraction layer over SQLite that allow us to save data permanently on the device. The main difference between view mode, only storage, and room persistence is that view mode loses all data when the app is completely closed, whereas room saves it safely in the local database, allowing the data to persist across app restart. Now let's look at the simple demonstration. I will add a new piece of classical literature into the app. So this is the input page. Let's enter the author, the quote, and click Save. As you can see, the data is successfully displayed in my collection. If I close the application and open it, it's still in it. Okay, based on my metric number, my specific assessment is task 5, repository pattern explanation. Here is my code repository class. Why does the repository exist between the view mode and the DAO? The repository acts as a single source of truth for our app data. Its main job is to separate the data logical from the UI logic. Instead of the view mode talking directly to the database, it asks the repository. This keeps our architecture clean and modular. If we want to fetch data from a network API in the future, we only need to change the repository and view mode won't even notice. In my code, you can see the response simply calls the code DAO, insert code, and the wheel mode won't even notice. In the code DAO delete code in the background. And you can see here, as required, let's verify this in the database inspector. Here you can see the literature database and our code table. If we look inside the excite code I just add through the UI is perfectly stored as a row here in the physical database. This proves the data is actually written into the device storage. To reflect on this lab, I learned how to map architecture flows serially from the UI through the view mode and the repository down to the room database. It showed me how critical persistent storage is for real-world mobile apps. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you.